Hello and welcome to the third episode of the RSL Corner podcast. I'm your host, Charlie. I'm here with Oliver.
And Ethan.
And today is Thursday. We just wrapped up a great game last night at America First Field. Our Real Salt Lake faced the Seattle Sounders. We're going to do a breakdown of that game, and we're also going to preview the upcoming Colorado home game on Saturday. But let's just get right into the lineup.
So in the back, we got Beavers getting a start over McMath this game. On the right, we got Quinton, who played center back last game, Glad and Vera as usual, and Brody, who was on the left, who played at the right last time. In the midfield, we have Anelli Ojeda, Gomez on the right, Crooks, Luna on the left, and Chicho up top.
Yeah,
solid lineup.
I think it's our best lineup besides Quinton and Beavers, of course, but I don't know. I feel like when we saw that lineup first, I was a little concerned seeing Beavers in there, but I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I trusted Pablo on what he was doing, and I think this was a great game to play.
Oh yeah, I trust the process. I saw the vision too.
It's good to just keep getting Beavers games.
To
get him more comfortable. So I felt like it was good to get him playing against the Sounders, but solid lineup overall.
Yeah, and Quinn looks good. I'm pretty excited.
Really good. It was a great game. Charlie and I were able to attend. It was a really good atmosphere, I feel like, at the game. Nice warm weather. The mountains were shining, and
they sure were.
Everyone was loud. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was just.
I love Wednesday games.
It was great to watch too.
Yeah, Wednesday games are fun.
Just watching it on the TV, the fans were so loud for most of the game, and during the goal, it erupted.
I know it's funny how you realize like watching the game to being there is like it's really different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good turnout though for a Wednesday night game. I feel like it was packed.
Really good.
The supporter section was probably the most surprising, actually being in it.
They were hyped.
Yeah, it was good to see some guys with their shirts out banging those drums.
I guess we can just hop right into the first half.
Let's do it. All right. So first half, I just want to say it was. I wasn't really worried too much. There were a couple some weird things going on with Leo Chu. I don't know what was going on. We looked over and he was on the side of the field crying. I don't know if you saw that.
I don't. But I was getting it.
Other than that, they had an early sub. We were playing well. Beavers had an amazing save, which I just knew was going to be a good game after that. And basically, I'll just get right into it. Luna from the southwest corner where we all basically sit. Him and Brody made a great 1-2. He was able to get a back heel in it and then pushed up the field in and out with Crooks to give it to Gomez, who was able to do a really nice cut back to his left foot with an amazing shot. And the whole stadium erupted.
Yeah, definitely a gorgeous goal. I feel like the whole, all the plays leading up to it, like we were watching poetry in motion.
We were hungry. We were hungry for that first goal, and I'm glad we got it.
A lot of the team touched the ball. It was a team goal.
Yep, it was really good. I liked it.
Gomez had a great shot. I thought I predicted he'd get an assist, and he did one better. I thought it was a great goal.
And he's got 5 goals, 4 assists on the season. He's 9th in goals plus assists on FAMOB. It's just he's getting better every single game.
He's doing so good, yeah. I think he's really good for us.
And I just want to say, we were playing really good up the field on left and right side. I feel like both sides were playing really well up. And I really thought Matt Crooks was so much more comfortable in this game.
He looks good.
I agree, yeah.
I think his dribbling is a very underrated part of his game. I feel like he looks really comfortable. Sometimes I think he gets a little too comfortable. I saw a back heel from him. I think he was trying to do too much on a few plays, and I think sometimes he should shoot it.
Yeah, I think he could have shot it there.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I remember last time you said you wish Luna was a little bit more selfless when he takes those shots instead of just passing it. And I'm really glad to see that he had the confidence to take his shot in the second half.
Me too, and I'm so glad he got team of the match day. He deserves it.
Yeah, for sure.
But a good first half overall. Going into half, what were your guys' thoughts?
I felt like I knew we were going to win this game. And Seattle, to be fair, they're missing a few starters, but I don't think it would have done much. I don't know.
Because a couple guys had their first, I think, or second starts of the season.
Yeah, I think we were all looking good together.
Yeah, we had a lot of confidence. I feel like I wasn't too worried. I guess we can jump right into the second half. 40th minute, Georgie, one of their strikers. I feel like he was cooking Quinn a little bit throughout the game. His dribbling was really good. I felt like sometimes he got past him. In the 40th minute, though, he beats 2 defenders and missed a good look, which was nice. There were a few good looks that they had, but I wasn't too worried. That one save of the game from Beavers was pretty good. But, it's good to see Beavers back there.
Yeah, and it's exactly what you said last time. Ethan wanted more Philip Quinton, and this game you got more Philip Quinton, and I like him on the side even more because
Yeah.
he's really patient right when Leo Chu was coming in, and he'd do the perfect little poke, and then they would never have anything on
He
us.
had a good step.
I'm glad that Pablo found a spot for him that I hope maybe permanent. I want to see a lot more of him. I wouldn't say it was a masterclass, but I definitely think he played very well.
I think he could compete with Bodie for sure.
I think he can compete with Bodie and Brody, and I think if we have Cotranis on that left back, and then Brian, Vera, and Glad and center back, and then Clinton on the right back, I don't know. I think it could be a good back line.
I think it was super solid, and I felt like the officiating was really good this game too. Like he let things play
he let
a
a
lot
lot
more.
of things go. It was good to see.
Do you think this was like one of our better lineups of the season?
Yeah, besides, I think I'd still take McMath, but Beavers is doing good. I think Beavers is more comfortable in MLS play. I think that U.S. Open Cup game was kind of just a weird little fluky game.
About.
And it's his second clean sheet too, which is always good to build those
good
up.
for him.
That's why I trust Pablo. Like, coming in this game, I would have never thought to start Beavers, but he did, and he got a clean sheet, and he got the best of what could have happened.
I agree.
Fast forwarding to the 57th minute, Vera pushes it up past half line and hits Luna on a nice through ball. Just a clean cutback from Luna and a gorgeous far post shot to make it 2-0. Definitely good to see Luna score. I know he's been struggling this first few months a little bit. I mean, not too rusty, but he just had great form last year, so he has high expectations, I feel like, from the RSL fans. Great goal. Pretty simple shot, but he definitely created space from that. I can't remember their defender's name, but their veteran defender. Who's the guy that you don't like?
Reagan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a good shot, and he came right to our corner, kissing that badge. Man, he loves this club.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing him run away kissing that badge. I think the best part about it was him isolating that 1v1 with that defender and giving him space to take the shot from.
Like, you don't realize how good Luna is, and he can just do that so easily.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I mean,
like in the Open Cup, his goal was like, it literally looked like he was playing against, I don't know, like a minor. He was playing against USL, but it just looked like he really knew what he was doing there.
Yeah, I agree.
He got his first U.S. men's national team start back in January.
Yep.
And I think this is just good for him for that.
Yeah, we'll definitely miss him during the Olympics this summer. But, I mean, I think there's a lot of players that are going to be playing for the Olympics throughout the league, and especially with Copa America and the Euros, too. I think a lot of players Miami's going to be missing so many players during the summer. So it's going to be even, but that's when we definitely need to capitalize and take advantage of those games to make a push for either the Supporters Shield or
that's when it matters
first in the
most,
West.
especially when we have.
Because it's interesting to see maybe Colombia will want Gomez or Chicho. So who knows with what we'll have. So
yeah,
but
we'll to see.
Colombia stacked, so I don't Chicho. It's gonna be competition for Chicho.
Yeah. It's all about form though, and his form's really good right now. So I feel like. I don't know. I feel like he could get the call. I heard Trey Fitzgerald talking about it in his podcast today that he could get the call. Fast forwarding 20 minutes. I guess the whole last 30 minutes of the game was kind of just RSL getting more chances, so we never really felt scared that they were going to get that goal in. Gomez got a little selfish, I feel like. He could have passed the ball off to Luna in one place, specifically in the 74th. I really trust Gomez, and I think he's really overlooked, and people just look at his negatives more than his positives. But this one, I think he could have passed off to Julio.
Yeah, it was like the whole rest of the second half was like offensive domination with how many shots we were getting off. It was like shot after shot, moving up offensively. Charlie will break down the shot statistics in a second, but it was just crazy how many shots we were getting on goal. And I like to see Ojeda ripping some.
Yeah, Ojeda with 5 shots this game, which is pretty crazy. I feel like it's been all the talk, kind of just that Ojeda needs to – that's like the one part of his game that we haven't really been able to see, and I'm glad he's finding some confidence to shoot the ball, especially in a game like this where we just feel so comfortable with that 1-0, 2-0 lead that he just knows that he can rip some.
Yeah, I mean, so many people had good looks, like Ojeda, Vera, Chicho, all had really good looks. I think we could have put a lot more past them.
Yeah, and it's like it's just like you think, like, is it time for the Sounders to rebuild? It's like that coach has been there how many, like,
so
forever.
So long.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just hop into some stats from this game. We had 21 total shots compared to their 8, which is pretty
not
dominating
usual for us.
And with expected goals, we had 2.1, and they only had 0.5. So we definitely came through. We also beat them in possession with 62% to 38%, which is pretty good to see. And, yeah, we almost doubled accurate passes. We fouled a little bit more, but it was good to only see like 1 or 2 yellows, Fidel and Gomez.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
Cotranis was rewarded with his good behavior. So his yellow cards will go down to 3 instead of 4. So it's not as scary anymore.
Which I think is important because
Yeah.
we can't risk that. So
Yeah.
that's good. And I'm glad to see Contreras, like, he's healthy and coming back on. You know, I was worried it was like more than, I don't know, that it was a bigger injury, but he was able to sub on, which is nice.
Yeah, it was definitely good to see Vera just hop right back into his full form. I think he looked good.
Him pushing up the field to assist that to Luna, I was like,
I love
that's how our center back is different than any other because
I love watching the back line push up. Like sometimes Quentin would get pretty far up and he'd be like, Ojeda, get back. He'd always just send.
We play a pretty high back line.
Yeah, he would
I
send
agree.
that. He would send the midfield back if
Very
he got
aggressive.
a little caught up there. But that's fine. I think they're obviously communicating that. Quinn just looks good. Like I feel like he's already a leader. I think he acts more of a vet, even though he's only 21. But he definitely is giving good communication. I mean, sometimes like I don't even see that out of Bodie or Brody.
I agree with that. I think you hit the nail on the head. Him communicating with Glad throughout that game I just felt like way more than you see with others.
Yeah, I like him in that right back position a lot. I mean,
More.
like I'll take Vera and Glad all day, but
Right.
if we can utilize him in that right back position, that'd be great.
Right, I agree. Yeah, really good game overall.
Yeah, so RSL capitalizes and grabs 3 points at home, 2-0 win against the Sounders. Now we look forward to Saturday. This Saturday at 7:30 at American First Field, we host Colorado Rapids. They did beat us this season. They're one of
Pretty
our 2
upsetting
losses.
loss.
That feels like forever ago. I
Yeah,
feel like we haven't lost in a really long time,
yeah.
but we definitely got to get a win here.
Yeah, it's
We need to really secure that top spot. I mean, Minnesota behind 2 games, only 4 points. I feel like we definitely
Yeah.
just need to keep this form going with these wins,
right.
especially against Colorado of all teams.
And it's like I can't wait more because it's just going to be like the best Rocky Mountain Cup because they cannot, if they win that, they're lifting it at our home.
Yeah,
and we
that's-
can't have that.
Yeah,
So
no.
we got to win. And I think we're better.
I think we're better too. Colorado barely beat Vancouver after a bailout penalty. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I think we can win this game.
We're in such good form. I hope I think we can do it.
It'd be more than just an upsetting loss if we lost to Colorado again. I mean, it's not really anything like important for us. I think we'll start players like Beavers again.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
I
think we'll
I
start-
could see McMath.
I do think this game is more important to me
to the
and maybe to
players.
them. I would agree because if you lose this game, because Colorado fans and people I've heard around with after the RSL show pod talking about it, like
Mhm.
Colorado's mad RSL's in first right now.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess
really
the
mad.
Twitter.
Oh,
The Twitter's like
Twitter-
people
Bit
are
of-
mad,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hate watching.
but it's like, what you gonna do? Like,
Yeah, I don't.
What's good to
What are they in? Let's see.
Yeah, I think it was RSL Bros. They mentioned that like they were just talking about rivalries with when we played Sporting Kansas City, and like I honestly have this question too. Like going into play Colorado, like do these guys like Gomez, where English I guess necessarily isn't their first language, or they kind of just they come into Salt Lake and they're like this is their job, but like they don't. I don't know. I feel like some players might not understand like the value of this rivalry, but I don't know.
yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Like differently to like a guy like Glad who it probably like mean.
Cares
I
a
don't
lot
know.
more
Yeah,
about
he
it. He
knows it.
understands the rivalry,
Yeah.
but these players just don't.
Yeah, or even like Katranis, like
yeah.
coming over from what league did he play in? Poland.
Yeah, he's playing in the Polish league.
Like coming over, he's probably like, "What? It's probably just another game," which is fine because I think their mindset is great regardless, and I
that's a
think
good
we
mindset,
pull
yeah.
out results no matter what. But
100%.
I don't know, just a good
Yeah.
thought.
I mean, I'd say like with this year in Colorado's shape, it's better than normal. So it's better than in the past years when they're just absolute like terrible every
Yeah.
year.
We're
and-
winning every Rocky Mountain Cup.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
if you look at like the with
The cup, yeah, they
yeah.
list all the winners. I mean, that's pretty.
it's a crazy stack
Yeah.
compared to theirs. Do they have a star?
Colorado, I'm not. I think they do.
Who's
I
their
don't know.
designated player?
Oh, he just scored that. He scored that pen.
Oh
They
really?
said that DP scored the pen, but I had never. I don't know. I know Bassett's
Or
in really good form this year.
Mihailovic
Yeah.
and Navarro.
Mm-hmm.
They're great. Their keeper's decent too.
Yeah, the keeper's from
Bassett.
Man City.
What's his name?
Stefan. He was the
Stefan?
backup keeper for the U.S. men's team, and then
Zach
he was the backup
Stefan?
for Man City last year.
Oh,
Yeah, they-
I guess
they
it
brought
was
in a
him
lot of
before
good-
Ortega.
They brought in a lot. Colorado brought in a lot of good players during the offseason.
had
And
a
they
good-
got our
yeah,
boy
they had a good-
Lawfulson.
Yeah, I love that man.
I know, and I don't think he's getting much playing time.
No, even
I miss him. I
even-
thought he was a very good for. I just yeah.
Yeah, even Krylak hasn't been playing for Vancouver.
I mean, I would rather him than Palacio,
Yeah.
Waffleson than Palacio right now.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I don't know. It was good to see Rusnak and Musovsky play for
Oh, yeah.
Seattle against us. I feel like the coach was like, let's throw Musovsky in there since he's playing against his old club.
Let's say Musasi scores. Would you have been happy for him?
No,
Not yet. No.
sorry, I don't know. I feel like last year
He had a pretty controversial last year with.
I just have a
sitting out
strong
lot of
opinion
games,
about
but-
players sitting out. I
That
think
was
it's
interesting.
dumb. I don't know.
It
But
was
as
funny.
a fan, it's like I'm sitting at
I mean,
home
I
watching the
understand.
game, so I
I
can't
understand
really
why
relate.
he did it, but I mean, I think it was pretty. I agree. I kind of agree with what he did.
Yeah, just wanted more money.
I think the
Yeah.
only Real Salt Lake players I'll be happy for if they score is I like Brooks Lennon, I like Krylak, I like Lawful Sin,
Herrera.
Oh, what's his name?
Herrera. I don't know.
There's one that
Rusnak
might
was
be on Seattle.
Rusnak was great. It's probably Rusnak. Rusnak was
Yeah,
great for
it
us,
is.
but I feel like he's just been gone for so long. Like I just forget to associate him with our
I
club.
like Rusnak a
Corey
lot.
Corey Baird's in the other list too.
Corey Baird. Yeah, Corey Baird. It was hard to watch him again. It was hard to watch him score and beat us last year in the playoffs. But yes, Colorado currently sits at 4th in the Western table with 21 points. So they're definitely looking for a win here to push to that top 2 spot. We're sitting pretty with 25 points. So everyone else is at 21 points below us, but Minnesota's still 2 games behind. So it only takes them 1 win to kind of – it would take them 2 wins to overpass us. But I don't know. Minnesota tied the Galaxy this week, which we'll get into in other MLS news. But, yeah, the table's looking good. I think we just got to push for more points, especially with Minnesota United missing their arguably best player, Reynoso, who's had some green card visa
Yeah.
trouble.
They showed him at the game.
Yeah,
in
he's
his
just
little
up in the
hoodie.
booth, and the announcer was saying he has so many steps to take before he can even see the training facility. So, I mean, with Minnesota in that good of form without their best player, I think we really got to make that separation.
Yeah, we got to keep pushing the. I think this could be one of our best just before playoff seasons, this regular seasons. If we keep pushing and keep this form going, I'd be very proud of us.
I would too. We cannot get in a rut. Like we need to stay
I want
so
to,
strong.
I want to see us go far in the playoffs. But I'd be very proud of us if we keep this form up throughout the rest of the
Right.
season.
And like you've said, we've played like the harder teams early,
Yes,
and
like-
we've shown.
I'm looking at the upcoming fixtures, and like there's some brutal matchups for these upper teams. Like LAFC has to visit Atlanta. LA Galaxy's got to play Houston. Vancouver has to host Inter Miami. Along with then the next week we also have LAFC facing up against Minnesota.
That's a good game.
Yeah, that's
So,
gonna be a good game.
Colorado playing Houston, Colorado playing Vancouver, and we have Austin, Dallas, Seattle. So I don't know. I'm excited. I feel like we got through our harder games this season, especially with Inter Miami at the beginning and LAFC at home, which we were very thankful for that snow game
Yeah,
to get that 3-1 victory. But yeah,
that was going pretty viral. I was still getting videos of it on my
I know.
timeline. It's
And
so
Gomez
funny.
Gomez had the 2, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah. I know someone was like, some podcast was like, yeah, Gomez has some great form. He got 2 goals and his assist in 1 game, so keep that in mind. I completely forgot that he had that 1 great game, but he's definitely proven himself these last 2.
Oh yeah, 100%. With 9 goals and assists combined, like he's earned it. He's taken Savarino's spot just fine.
One thing about Gomez that I don't really understand is like, I mean, he's young, so I get it, but like, you don't see this too often. But I guess when he makes a mistake, and his like counterpart striker will like throw his hands up and be like, "What are you doing?" or like pass that ball, and he just like doesn't care. He's like, "Oh, stop!" or like it's like it's a corner anyway. Like he
Kind of
just
think he's in the right.
he's got
And
that
he's
little.
he's almost too selfish.
Yeah,
He's got that, or he's like too unselfish.
I
Like,
see that too. Yeah,
he struggles with decision making, but I mean, obviously, with a goal in this game and an assist in the last,
It's definitely
like,
kinda
he's,
paying
he's
off.
fine. Like
it's definitely paying off.
it's great that he gets all those opportunities because
Yep.
once that starts clicking, I think he can get like easily a brace or 2 assists in a game.
I agree. I think sometimes just that extra touch is not needed, and
Yeah.
like I don't know, it just.
I
But
think-
he took really good shots this game, so
Yeah,
I'm fine with it.
and last game that was one of the saves of the match day, that McCarthy diving top corner save. But
Yeah, and Fry made some good saves as
yeah,
well.
Fry had a great game. Seattle's keeper, he was standing on his head most of the game, except for obviously the 2 goals. But I
He
don't
was
know.
keeping him in it.
This game just didn't feel close. I think from the kickoff, it just felt like we were going to dominate, and I don't know. I felt really comfortable.
Really good game. Should we?
Yeah, we can go into some other MLS news and look at the scores around the league this last Saturday and what's upcoming from this Wednesday, and see what's coming up in a few days.
All right, so the two largest things I got is Olivier Giroud signing with LAFC.
Big.
It's official.
Yep.
Have you seen him in the gold
I
and
have
black?
seen him. Yep.
Dude, he's just a dope looking dude. Like he looks so young, even though he's like, what is he, 36?
He's
He's
old.
pretty old.
And
He's played for a lot of different teams throughout his career.
because he was a big Arsenal, right?
He played Arsenal. He played for Arsenal for a while
Okay.
with Mesut, Alexis
yeah.
Sanchez. Played at Chelsea with Pulisic,
Oh wow.
and now he plays at AC Milan. I think he's been at AC Milan 2-3 years. Yeah, I think it's 3 years.
You know that, and then the second thing is Nashville.
Oh, I was about to look that up. Yeah.
They fired their coach
Yep.
after 7 years. Was it shocking to you that they've only been in for 7 years, or do you think it was longer?
They've only been in the league since 2018, so 6 years.
Okay, so that seventh was in the USL then, when they were a USL team,
Okay.
which they were talking about. And I don't know, I think it's interesting that they fired, but they did not have a good. They haven't had they made the playoffs a couple times, but I just thought that was definitely notable. And then they also fired the assistant coach, and then they have another interim stepping in. But
there's another pretty negotiations. What's it called? San Diego in advanced negotiations to sign 38-year-old Spanish defender Sergio Ramos.
yes, I'm glad you brought that up.
Another defensive legend. I saw that, and Marco Reus as well. Going to,
Maybe
possibly
St. Louis?
going to St. Louis because he's
Yeah.
renewing his contract at Borussia Dortmund.
And Ochoa, the Mexican goalkeeper,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
playing for Saturina, I think,
He
in
might not-
He
Serie
might,
A.
he
might
might
be-
go to San Diego.
Yeah, I saw that.
Same with Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, Kevin.
I don't know
I
how
bet Kevin De
true-
Bruyne doesn't
That
even know
that
what
would
city
break
that is.
the league. That would
Kevin De
break
Bruyne
the
doesn't
league.
even know what city that is.
Yeah.
Like that's really big.
One thing I am bummed about is that they didn't schedule to be fair, Inter Miami played LAFC last season, so it makes sense they didn't schedule that again. But I kind of wish they did, because Hugo Lloris and Olivier Giroud versus Suarez
Yeah.
and Messi would be like
That would be legendary.
that matchup would feed
That would be
families.
so cool.
So Olivier Giroud starts probably, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Because he's probably just taking Carlos Vela's spot.
Yeah,
I mean, where he is now. I mean, he's still
Yeah.
in great form at
I
AC
just-
Milan in a hard league still.
And I thought he was going to be there for a couple more years with how good he's looking.
I know,
that
he
came,
just
that came
got
out
there.
of nowhere. Yeah.
I do think this is just a wild prediction, but I have a feeling that with Bouanga and his ego and his swag, I feel like he'll have a hard time accepting Giroud, kind of
Giroud.
getting all that spotlight.
It'll be healthy competition for them.
Because Bouanga is the man for LAFC.
Yep.
And
Right. And
speaking of him, he won the man of the match day.
Yeah.
He had a brace.
He played well.
But I don't know. I feel like him and Giroud won't click, first off, at least. I think they'll struggle because
They'll be fighting
that's
for that
just
spot.
that's such a big signing.
Yeah.
And with Bouanga, who's just like an MLS merchant, he's crazy in MLS.
Denny is used to the spotlight, so.
Yeah. He's trying to prove himself in the MLS, and having Giroud there, who's already a legend, is going to be
Yeah.
healthy competition.
But I guess
Keep
he's
that
had
spot.
that with he had Bale and
That's true.
He's been in there a long
But,
time.
there was
hasn't
also, when they had Bale, they had Chicho. They had Carlos Vela in his prime. Bouanga, I don't even remember Bouanga that well.
Did they win it that year?
Yeah, 2021.
Wow. That's awesome.
he? Yeah. Bouanga's been there a
awesome.
while.
Oh, yeah. From Gabon.
One other, are you going to break down the scores?
Yeah, I'll break it down. We got Portland taking over 4-2 to San Jose, which was a crazy game. Charlie and I were watching the highlights earlier.
Yeah, San Jose was up 2-0 in the 73rd, and they lost 4-2.
4-2.
They conceded
Two
4
pens.
goals in the
Two
last.
pens. Yeah.
Too bad. And San Jose just horrible season so far.
Oh, no.
Horrendous. They're the worst team in the West. Worst team in the league, probably. Then we got Colorado taking a one. What?
New England has 7 points. They
Okay.
got to be worse.
Yeah,
I think they have
Bobby
7
Wood.
points.
We got Colorado taking the 1-0 win over Vancouver late with a pen. Nothing. And then LAFC, like I said, Denny Bouanga. He hasn't had the year he's hoping for after winning the Golden Boot, but he had a brace 2-0 against St. Louis City with an amazing one-on-one. I don't know if you guys saw that with the chip.
Yeah, it was a nice
Where's
chip.
Where's he in the MVP race?
He's not too close
not up there.
yet. But, yeah, he had a nice chip. Tony Parker, or not Tony Parker, dude. Tony Parker played for the Spurs.
Yeah.
One of Charlie's favorite center backs.
Yeah,
What's
I
his
do
name?
like him. Something Parker, I don't know.
Tim?
Yeah, Parker from St. Louis City. He was hauling back to catch Bouanga, and he just let off the gas. And I have full like faith that he could have saved that chip if he just kept running.
Yeah.
Like he just stopped and
He
the
would've
ball
been
just
able to get
trickled
that.
in, and he was like, I was like, dude, just keep running. Anyway, keep going.
And then we got Inter Miami tying Orlando, and when it's a tie, that means Messi didn't play. Suarez didn't play either,
I
right?
saw a post of that. It's
Man, I wanted Orlando to get
history
a.
without Messi and the games that they win and lose. It's like a big change. And,
Exactly. When they play a good team and they're not gonna have Messi,
It's
they're
a
done.
loss.
I
It's
just
a
don't know
loss.
why they don't boost their defense. Like
Their
you
team
hear
is-
rumors
yeah.
about signing Di Maria. They just signed Rojas, who's been crazy. Like
They're
they
going-
don't have a back line.
They're very aggressive. They're only playing offense.
Oh, I agree.
They're playing for the show. They
You
want
see
all the
Drew
goals.
Callender just slap that field every single time that he gets scored on because he's pissed about his defense.
Yeah, and what's crazy is their back line, 100% Argentine. The four
Really?
people in the back line this game, all Argentine.
Name.
Usually on
Wingon,
FIFA, that means they got good chemistry.
Aviles, that like
Oh,
tall,
Aviles,
skinny
yeah,
young
yeah.
kid,
He's young.
and then Freire,
Okay.
and then
What about
Negri.
the old white dude?
Robert? Oh, he wasn't there. He
No,
didn't
he
play.
wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, but 4 Argentine.
That's crazy negative chemistry.
And Kremowski's got some Argentine roots too.
Does he?
Yeah, and because he was able to pick between Argentina and U.S. and he's picking U.S. men's.
Yeah, that's cool.
But other than that, we had 2 brutal games of New York Red Bulls putting on a show 4-1 to DC United. That was goal after goal after goal. And then an amazing, it was a good game by Columbus to get was that their first win?
In like 7 league games, they haven't won one in like 7.
Doing a big win, 3-1 to Montreal. Rossi having a really good goal. And basically that's the notable things. And I will clarify that we did ruin Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia has had horrible form since us. Let's bring that up. They they lost to us, and then they lost to Seattle, and then they tied DC, and then lost to Orlando and New York. So they went from like the last undefeated team in the league to 9th in the East with only 14 points. Damn, that's not great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I guess we forgot, but we should probably hop into some predictions for the Colorado Rapids game.
Charlie's on a hot streak.
Can he get
Oh,
3 in
yeah.
a row?
I will.
I can't, dude. You hit him right on the head every time.
Yeah.
I can't believe I said 3-1 last time.
No, 3-1 wasn't bad. Even 2-1. I think I just know a lot more than you guys.
That's happened a lot.
If you're watching on YouTube, I am wearing the Ford Fan Zone hat hair.
You know what that means?
That means I won the predictions last time.
2 times in a row.
2 in a row. I've guessed the score right, so I'll be going last today. But Oliver, let's get a prediction for this Colorado game.
All right. First, as always, super excited for this game. It's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna say 1-0. It's just gonna be a gutsy game. We're gonna be brawling out, and Gomez is gonna get a banger from an assist by Luna. It's just gonna be a great.
I'm gonna go against Colorado. I think it's I think it's gonna be a thrashing. I'm gonna go 3-1.
3-1.
Please.
3-1. I think Colorado's gonna score
Please.
first. I think Colorado's gonna score first, and then we're gonna lock in and drill them. I think we're gonna go.
I like it.
I hope we can come back after they score first.
I think
Man, I'm going to be sweating
I think we're
if we go down 1-0.
we're gonna see a Chicho goal.
I like it.
I think we're gonna see a Crooks assist
Yes.
and a Diego Luna goal.
Oh.
Okay.
Last goal, I think Crooks is gonna be on fire.
Philip
Assist and a
Quinton.
goal. I think
Assist
Quinton's
and a goal for
Quinton's gonna go
Crooks.
crazy. I mean not Crooks. I meant Quinton.
Crooks is gonna have the game of his
Yeah,
life.
Hey,
Crooks
you
is
said
gonna have
Crooks having an assist and a goal.
and a goal. I think Crooks is gonna have an assist
like
and
it.
a goal.
I will be going 2-1 RSL. I'm not sure who's going to score, but I know Gomez is going to get either an assist or a goal.
I
If
love
you
it,
get
dude.
this right, I'll buy you a vanilla Dr Pepper or whatever it
Buy
is.
him the new Pride
Let's
kit.
go.
Did you guys see the new? How'd you guys feel about the new Pride kit? RSL Pride kit. Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
It's cool. It's really not Pride related at all. Like if you saw it, it doesn't scream Pride like the one Oliver's wearing, obviously.
We're gonna get a raw, raw reaction from Ethan right here on this.
You didn't see me post it on our story?
There you go, bro.
Did I?
Swipe.
This is a great time. If you're not following us, follow us on
Wow.
the R.
That's really cool. That's really cool. What is the
And
words on it? What does it
It
say?
says "Love Matters."
Oh, really?
Dude,
I didn't even see
pretty,
that.
That's pretty sick. What is that writing?
They didn't have him at the game, but maybe they'll have him at the game for Colorado.
Okay, really quick. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, the RSL Corner. We're posting shorts from this episode. So if you can't listen to the full 45 minutes, you'll get all the highlights on there. We post our experience at the stadium. So catch us this Saturday at America First Field, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Turn that bell on so you can get notified when we post. And if you're feeling generous, give us a review on Spotify. It really
We
means a
need
lot.
it.
We'll be getting up on Apple Music soon to all you
Yeah.
Apple Music listeners, losers.
I'm an Apple Music.
Wow. I'm an Apple Music user.
Me too.
yeah,
'cause
I'm,
we're on
I'm
the
a bit
family.
outnumbered here. Everybody's an Apple Music
Well,
user.
Oliver and I are on the family plan.
Oh, nah, yeah, no, Spotify's better for so many reasons.
We're getting off track.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you might be right.
If you guys are on YouTube, you guys can take a look at our beautiful clock that we just had made from our buddy's dad.
Shout out Colby.
I don't know if he's making any more, but if you really want one, I'm sure we could figure out a way that you can get one.
Oh, he'd make him. I think he loves.
He
to
loves
make 'em.
making them. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Really
It's made
cool,
out of
though.
that old, I think it was like a practice jersey or something.
That's a great
It's
addition.
cool, though.
That's a unique,
I
great
love
addition.
I love the logo like that. And
We are working on getting some framed kits on this wall. It's a little bare right now.
comment
But,
down below. what
coming next
jerseys
week.
You think they're gonna be?
Yeah, comment down below what jerseys you think we are getting framed. Both of them are signed, and it's going to be good.
Agree.
In other Utah sports news, we don't have too much going on. Jazz, it's off season, so we don't know too much. NHL team, we're still waiting for. I think we got about.
I saw some mock-ups of the Caribou jersey.
Oh, dude, I'm so. Did we
Maybe
talk
it's
about the names on here yet?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, well, the Caribou one and the Mammoth one, I just really hope they work
Yeah,
out.
yeah. I want the Caribou.
Because Charlie and I were talking about it's probably gonna be Blizzard, Yeti, and Mammoth are the top three. I'm assuming. But I will say the Utes did get a transfer from Baylor, a guard, which
that'd be
Miro
good.
Little, which I'm super excited about. Just adding
Was he
depth
the-
to our hurting Utes team. Shout out to Davon Smith.
And Keba
No, they left. Don't shout them out. They're gone.
Keba really status in the back going to that school.
Why would you go? Why would you?
Who's barking?
No, I was like,
Me?
no, it didn't sound like our dogs though.
Yeah, and in other news, Utah Utes football, they're going undefeated this season.
Yes.
Go
Winning
Utes.
that Big 12 for sure. We have to.
Tune in for maybe some podcasts down the line with some
We do have two of the biggest Utah football fans you've probably ever met. My boy Sasha and Harper. We'll have to get them on the pod sometime so they can chop it up, and you guys will be questioning if they actually root for the same team.
We're gonna be getting Kyle Whittingham interview as well.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that one. Maybe
At his
Cameron
house?
Rising maybe before he hits the league.
Yeah, we are working on getting some interviews lined up. We actually have a special one this weekend with our uncle, who was the one that gave us these RSL season tickets, and he and my cousin are actually going to the Inter Miami DC United game this Saturday in Miami, so it'll be fun to have him on the pod and see what that experience was like seeing Messi down in Florida.
I really hope he plays for Anderson, or I'm gonna be sad
Anderson's our
Oh.
cousin, by the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be sad
because
he
he's
doesn't.
probably wearing his.
I want to
Messi
see
kit.
Messi play before he leaves.
Yeah.
But if they're getting Di Maria, he'll
sucks is-
definitely play another season.
Oh yeah. I
Okay,
hope he does.
this is like gonna sound very naive, but could you imagine an Inter Miami RSL MLS Cup final in Sandy? Whew.
Oh, if it's in Sandy, like that's amazing.
Messi playing in Sandy, Utah.
If it's in Miami, are we getting tickets and going?
Oh, those are
Of course.
those are gonna be
Expensive.
expensive from day
But
one.
when's the like next championship you're gonna be MLS?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true. When's the
Imagine
next
Messi playing in Sandy, Utah, though.
one? Be so dope. It'd be lit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
that's
just want to
gonna
see a security guard.
that's gonna
He's
wrap
got
up.
like 60 of them now.
That's gonna wrap up the episode for today. Be on the lookout for our episode reviewing the Colorado game. I actually almost forgot Ethan's Premier League minutes, so we're gonna cut to that real quick.
Just some quick news. Tottenham losing to Manchester City. Very depressing game for Arsenal fans. Tottenham kind of threw that one. Son had a great chance to tie the game 1-1, and Ortega, I mean, he had a great save. He's their backup goalkeeper. City.
Ederson got hurt, right?
Yeah, Ederson had some in his eye socket, fractured some in his eye socket.
Oh my gosh.
But City went
Sounds
up
horrible.
1 early. Holland getting a goal. From certain views, it looked like Kevin De Bruyne was offsides and might not have counted as a goal, but they didn't review it. VAR has a lot of things going on with it right now. Son, of course, almost could have tied it, didn't. And then I forgot which defender it was for Tottenham, giving up a penalty, securing the win for City, putting them back at the top of the table, going into the final match week. I mean, it's neck and neck, and to be honest, it's a little hard to be, what's the word I'm looking for, optimistic as an Arsenal fan going into this game, because, I mean, all that has, the only team standing in between City and the title is West Ham, and they're not a good team to put your hopes in right now. But I don't know, maybe they'll do it for Declan. Chelsea beating Brighton with also getting a red card.
That's crazy.
Palmer scoring a goal, but that puts them in 6th place, meaning they could compete for a Europa League spot this next coming match week. If Tottenham loses and Chelsea win, they'll be in it. Good for Chelsea. Manchester United beating Newcastle.
Yeah, that hurt.
Unfortunately. Pretty good game for United, unfortunately. Don't really want to say that a lot, but upcoming fixtures, we got Arsenal, Everton. Arsenal need to win that game.
They'll win that.
Yeah, for sure. We really need to win that. Aston Villa securing their Champions League spot, tying Liverpool 3-3. What a crazy game.
Who?
Aston Villa tying their...
They secured a Champions League spot?
They're top 4. So this is their first Champions League spot since the Premier League became a thing back in 90-something.
Did you see Emi Martinez's own goal?
Yep, he's the first.
bad?
He's the first
Yeah, he
Premier
just
League
caught the
goalkeeper.
ball and it just like I don't know what happened.
It just slipped out of his hands and rolled behind him. He tried to grab it, but he's the first Premier League keeper to get 3 own goals in a season.
Yeah, and everyone's like, he's the best keeper. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
pretty
a story for
embarrassing for
another
them.
day.
But I mean, this is their first Champions League spot since forever. I mean, probably I think 40 years since they've been in Champions League, but first time.
So
in
who's
the
making the
Premier League.
Champions League?
So
All those spots secure?
we have all the 4 spots for England are secure. We got City, Arsenal, Liverpool,
Villa.
Aston Villa, which is kind of a stacked lineup.
And
last
I feel like
year.
those are the best.
Yeah, those are probably
Mm-hmm.
the best options they have. I mean, Tottenham, I don't know if they'd go far.
I can't believe Newcastle made it last year, dude.
Yeah,
know,
Newcastle.
that's awesome.
I mean, kind of sad, but Newcastle had a bit of a disappointing season.
Injuries
This
kept
year.
us out a lot.
100%. Yeah. But I mean, for the final bit of Premier League news, soon Premier League teams will be going into vote to see what they want to do about VAR. They might be removing
That'd be
VAR.
cool.
My personal opinion, I don't think VAR is the issue. I think it's the officiators. I think certain refs, Anthony Taylor, need to
Wow, we name dropping.
go into review. I mean, I don't think VAR is the issue. VAR does so many good things. Like my favorite thing is the watch that the ref gets when the ball goes over the line. If the ball goes over the line, but then a player kicks it, the ref knows if it went over the line because it buzzes his watch. I think that's great
That's
for
crazy.
VAR.
That's crazy.
really
If
cool.
they remove VAR, I mean, I don't know. This league is having a bit of a rough year.
Yeah.
Speaking of VAR, did you guys see the when the ref gets the mic? I forgot what game it was, but he gets the mic now instead of
Yeah.
just making a hand signal, he puts it on his mic and he's
It's like an
yeah.
NFL game. How
Yeah,
they
I saw it,
announce
yeah.
to the
They
stadium.
review. They're like
the
after
ball
review.
across the line.
Yeah.
Where was that?
I think
What
it
game
was
was
an
that?
MLS
Was
game.
it,
No.
Minnesota's first goal
Yeah.
was a banger.
Yeah, that I like that. That's really cool.
I think it's really
That brings a lot of clarity to the fans because you see a lot of times. I mean, even at RSL games where we see something and we're like, why don't they show it on the screen? Like, please,
No, and
they
show
don't
us
show
what happened.
anything but
And
goals.
Yep.
American football is the best when the ref announces something and the crowd either goes crazy or it boos. It's awesome. Anyway, I guess this would be a great time to just mention which clubs we support in each of the top 6 leagues in the world, just so you guys kind of understand what we're going through. I guess we'll start with the Serie A. I am a Roma supporter.
Yeah, I'd say we both support Roma pretty heavily.
What about you, Ethan?
I mean, I only really have one love, but I do kind of like AC Milan just because of Giroud and Pulisic. I mean, I don't really
So fun to
I don't
watch.
really care about the team, but I do like Pulisic and Giroud, and I want them to do well.
Yeah, there you go.
He's
Um,
having a great
He's having a great season. He's the first. I don't
guy
remember
since
what
Dempsey,
it was.
right?
Yeah.
To get 10 assists, plus 10 assists.
Yeah,
That's
he's
awesome.
doing great. There's a lot of stats about him.
And then Premier League wise, Ethan's obviously a Arsenal supporter.
I don't know if you could tell.
Me, I've had a hard time with Fulham and Liverpool. I know they're very different teams, but I'm not going to take the bandwagon route. And next season, I'm going to support Fulham with my whole heart. I just want everyone to know.
That's the
that.
first time I'm
that's,
hearing that.
that's a wild
I
statement.
know I took a break from watching that league, but Fulham, we're bringing it home next year. The Cottagers, baby.
All right, and then I'm a Magpies fan, Newcastle. So through thick and thin, I'm a Newcastle fan. And one of the Newcastle's players' brothers plays on Toronto FC.
Which one?
Come on, I literally just had his name. He's a funny looking dude. But he had a goal for Toronto, so that was cool to see.
That's
how
cool.
many starting players can you name on Newcastle?
I can name all 10 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
All 10 or 11?
All 10's great. Okay, we're moving
We'll
on.
say that for another time.
Our peer Sasha is in the corner of this room. He is a Chelsea fan. So everyone comment their thoughts on that.
Nobody likes Chelsea.
Anyway, we're gonna move over to La Liga. I know you guys are gonna say
Yeah, bro. You
I'm a
can't beat that.
bandwagon, but I do like Madrid. Is it Real Madrid? How's it? I'm just kidding.
I think.
Real Madrid.
It's not like it's their sister club.
They are playing in the Real Madrid, Real Salt Lake. You know, it's the only team you can root for. They will be in the Champions League final June 1st, which will be pretty cool to watch against Dortmund.
Everybody wants Dortmund to win.
I want Dortmund.
Who is your guys' La Liga team?
I don't have one.
I really
don't
don't
care.
have one. I mean, if I thought about it, I'd pick a lower team. not
Atletico maybe
Barcelona.
with
Griezmann.
Griezmann. I
He's
love
fun to
Griezmann.
watch.
Antoine Griezmann.
I think I prefer Bundesliga like second to Premier League. Like I really
Yeah.
like Bundesliga.
Right now, I
watching
think
Bundesliga.
this year, honestly, Bundesliga might have had to be a better league than Premier League this year.
because of what happened with
Yeah.
with Wirtz and Leverkusen.
Leverkusen was awesome.
They get a fifth spot. They had a team go undefeated and still undefeated. Maybe win a treble. I mean,
Yeah,
They were
Bundesliga.
so good this year.
Premier League getting knocked out of Champions League in quarterfinals.
Yeah, Bundesliga wise, I guess I'd support. I don't know. Our grandpa was.
I support Dortmund 100%.
My entire family's
Dortmund.
Bayern Munich fans, but I could care less.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I love that guy in Leipzig. Is it Leipzig?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Xavi Simmons.
yeah,
yeah,
he's awesome.
Xavi
The
Simons.
Dutch guy.
I think he might
I
be
think-
on loan to them.
He's
Yeah,
on
he
loan
might be.
from
I'm excited to watch
PSG.
the Euros.
PSG. He's
Yeah,
on loan
that's
from
right.
PSG.
They
Excited
said
to watch-
they're not going to sell him to RB Leipzig. He's going back to PSG.
They'll need him with
Wait,
Yeah.
PSG or PSV?
PSG.
Oh, so he'll go back?
Yeah, because they're not
Ooh.
selling him.
That's good because then he could
they
take
need that.
he can take Mbappe's spot maybe. I don't know.
They got to find somebody.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think are we cool to wrap up the episode?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes, but this Saturday, hopefully this episode gets out by Friday. But if you made it this far, thanks for listening. Catch RSL in action this Saturday at the Riot against Colorado Rapids. 3 points would be huge here. We do have a road game stretch where I do think we will play pretty well. We play like FC Dallas and Seattle, which shouldn't be too tough of tasks. So Colorado's definitely, as a top 5 team in the West, it's going to be a good game. And yeah, if you see us at American First Field, feel free to come say what up. We'll chat it up. And yeah, thanks for listening.
All right. See you guys next time.
Later.